all right? I promise. It's strange to imagine a future without me. It's strange to imagine tomorrow night without me, come to that. My sister will make a fine queen. I wish I could have seen it, but there's so much I'll miss. One day soon, the cooks back in Kirkpool will make another batch of my favorite pastries, bursting with berries that stain your fingers pink. Everyone else will enjoy them, and I won't be there. Will they think of me? Oh, another thing, I say, picking up our conversation of the last few days. There's a pair of blackbirds that make a nest outside my bedroom window every year. I don't want to insult them, but to be honest, they're not that bright. I usually lay out some kind of fluff along the windowsill, so they've got something to line the nest with. I'll see to it, Galen says quietly, closing his eyes. I've been doing this ever since we boarded the ship, thinking of little jobs I'll need someone to take care of when I'm gone. He never hushes me, never tells me someone else will figure it out. He just takes notes and makes that same promise. Galen, how did we get here? I whisper, voicing the question that keeps presenting itself over and over. He silently offers me a piece of his hardtack as he considers his reply. It's just flour and water and a little salt, baked until it's tough enough to break your teeth. It's sailor's food and soldier's food, and we've become both. But my interest in food has been waning, as if my body knows I'm not going to need it. Well, in the beginning there was the mother, he replies, sing-song, threatening to tell the whole story, trying to lighten the mood. When he pauses, though, I pull in my knees and rest my chin on them. Go on. He blinks and glances at me, brows raised. I think I'd like to hear you speak the words one more time, I say quietly, closing my eyes to focus on his voice. He softens, slipping effortlessly into the old tale. The mother made the world and watched it grow. The most annoying, but luckily for us, also the most entertaining, of her creatures began to demand more and more attention. So she did what all good leaders do. She delegated the problem. That she did. She created 7 children, Baraka and Massian, the 2 eldest, born together and always jostling for leadership. Then Dilo, Kion, Sutista, Uldite, and, finally, his voice catches, and then he pushes on. And Valus, her youngest, always laughing. I can still hear Valus's screams some nights. Go on, I say quietly. They each took on the tribes that would become countries, and busied themselves with answering prayers, blessing crops, healing ills, all the usual godly business. It kept them out of trouble. For a while, anyway. But the gods spent too much time around us and picked up bad habits. I chime in, where ordinarily the children gathered around my friend would be calling out to show off how well they remember. He has a flicker of a smile for that. One way or another, they learned how to covet. He agrees, his words dying out. Now he's telling the story of our lives, and there are no old words to recite. There's no well-trodden path to follow to the end of the story. It wasn't enough for Massian's people to come down from the mountains and carve him a new land by the sea. Baraka grew tired of her country's rolling green hills. Uldite was bored with her deep forests, Kion with the high cliffs and rich soil of their kingdom, and Dilo with the azure waters of hers. Each of them had their own complaints. It began as jostling and ended in a war. As Valus was the god of merriment and tricks, so Massian is the god of risk, the gambler. And take his risk he did, his armies reaching out to claim the lands of his siblings. Our goddess, Baraka, is the warrior, and we became her soldiers. But for all the fighting and bleeding and dying we were capable of on our own, nothing we could do compared to the destruction.